I know, man, if you seen this shit.
Looking back at the Transformers movie trilogy, it's still impressive to see how far the franchise has come, especially given the mostly negative feedback the movies have received. 5 movies in, and 3 of the films in the series have grossed well over $1 billion. One of the most financially successful film franchises in movie history, and one that many feel could have been better. Me, myself, I prefer the '07 film which stars Shia LaBeouf and Anthony Anderson, and the Dark of the Moon film, which at the time was supposed to be the final film of the saga. I enjoy the '07 film because it felt fresh, and Shia LaBeouf's quirky timidness and his cool as fuck Camaro slash robot were awesome to see. I enjoy the third film because I feel it was overall a better sequel, with Patrick Dempsey playing the villain alongside Sentinel Prime, and Jason Statham's wife being a mostly better fit for Sam Witwicky than Megan Fox. There were some things I liked in the fourth film, such as Mark Wahlberg, surprisingly enough, and the ending of the film seemingly hinting at better things to come, but as evidenced by many, this seemingly was not the case. I haven't yet seen The Last Night, and I doubt that I will, but if any of you have seen the movie and enjoyed it, please share your thoughts down below, and maybe I'll change my mind. Last week was seemingly the week for movie trailers to dominate the web, and incidentally enough, Bumblebee finally got a trailer, and surprise, the movie actually looks really good. I like that it shows Bumblebee in his younger years, and that the female lead is someone who can actually act, named Haley Steinfeld. The film looks like it has that childlike innocence and just enough adventure for the whole family to enjoy. I'm not saying the movie needs to be the next Iron Giant or the next E.T., but if it can be a movie that appeals to everyone, that is what I feel is more important. Given the fact that Transformers 5 wasn't the success of its predecessors and that Transformers 6 was postponed earlier in the year, it is fair to say that a lot is probably riding on Bumblebee's overall success as to whether or not the Transformers films will proceed or get reboots sometime in the future like their G.I. Joe counterpart. The film was made on just around $100 million, so it won't need much to break even, though the month of December is going to be a battle in itself, with movies like Aquaman, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Mary Poppins, and potentially Alita all fighting for top spot. Judging by the trailer, I'd say it has a lot going for it. Again, with Haley Steinfeld starring and Bumblebee being as likable as he is already. That's one thing I can credit the films for. They made sure that the main protagonists, specifically the Autobots, like Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, were likable and easy to root for. It also turns out that the man that supposedly couldn't be seen, John Cena, will also star in the film as well. I sincerely hope he does good in this. What Bumblebee's success would mean going forward for the Transformers movie franchise is anyone's guess, and even I am unsure of what will be the next step for Paramount and Hasbro should the movie succeed. Depending on how the film ends and how well the movie is received, maybe we'll end up seeing a sequel to Bumblebee and perhaps other origin films for other of the Autobots. Maybe we'll finally get a Transformers film that takes place solely in outer space and not on planet Earth. Given the fact that several writers were supposedly hired to script films for the series, I certainly feel that the studio will definitely be watching to see how Bumblebee ends up doing, and potentially going from there. Given the fact that Michael Bay and Mark Wahlberg have both stated they will not return for any future installments, praise God! And that we have a Transformers film that is releasing 4 days before Christmas, I definitely believe that Bumblebee is what the Transformers series needs.